What if I told you a 12-year-old girl stabbed a stranger 32 times just because she felt like it, and then laughed about it years later? This is real, and it's messed up. Want to know how dark it gets? Keep watching. It's 1992 in Camberley, Surrey, a little English town where life's slow and easy. Kids ride bikes down quiet streets. Neighbors wave hello over garden fences. It's the kind of place you feel safe, you know? Like nothing bad could ever happen. That's where Katie Rackliff lived. She was 18, full of energy, always smiling, always dreaming. Wanted to be a hairdresser, make people feel good. Everyone loved her. Then there's Sharon Carr. She's 12. Quiet, shy, dark hair, hiding her face. Just a kid, right. But she's got a secret. A big, ugly one nobody saw coming. Imagine growing up in a town like that, feeling safe. Until one summer night in June. That's when Katie and Sharon's paths crossed. And here's the kicker. Only one of them walked away. What went down that night? You're about to find out. Hey there, welcome to True Crime Stories Network, where every tale is straight from real life. Help us out. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss a single story. June 7th, 1992. It's a warm night in Camberley. The air's thick, heavy with summer heat. Katie Rackliff's walking home. She doesn't see the figure waiting in the dark. It's Sharon Carr, that quiet 12-year-old. She's got a knife in her hand. She tricks Katie, says something sweet to get her into an alley. Then it happens. Fast and brutal. Sharon stabs her. Once, twice, 32 times. Chest, back, stomach, blood everywhere. The knife cuts so deep it hits bone. Katie screams, sharp and loud, but it's swallowed by the night. No one comes. Sharon doesn't even flinch. No reason, no fight, just a random kill. She walks off, leaving Katie crumpled in the dirt. Next morning, Katie's family finds her. Her mum collapses, sobbing. Her dad can't speak. The town's wrecked. Safe little Camberley's gone forever. Police show up, staring at the mess. They're thinking, who's the monster behind this? Oh, they had no clue how young that monster was. Stick around. This gets crazier. So the cops are all over Camberley now. It's chaos. Lights flashing, people whispering. This murder, it's savage. 32 stabs. They're hunting for some big twisted guy, someone who looks evil. But there's nothing. No witnesses, no footprints, no leads. Weeks pass, then months. And Sharon, she's right there, blending in. By day, she's a schoolgirl, sitting in class, eating lunch, acting normal. By night, well, she's got blood on her mind. Nobody suspects her. Not her teachers, not her neighbors. She's invisible. Think about that. A killer this young, just chilling next door. What would you do if she lived near you? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. For 2 years, she's free. 2 whole years. Then, out of nowhere, a random arrest flips everything upside down. What happened? 2 years after Katie's murder. It's 1994. Sharon's 14 now, still walking free. Then, bam! Out of nowhere, she strikes again. She's at school, just another day, when she pulls a knife on a classmate. Stabs her, right there. No yelling, no warning, just cold and quick. Cops grab her this time. She's sitting in a cell. And get this, she's smirking. Not scared, not sorry, just chilling like it's nothing. Officers look at her, this 14-year-old girl, and something's off. She's too calm. Way too calm. You know that feeling when someone's eyes give you the creeps? That's Sharon. They lock her up for this school thing, thinking it's a one-time mess. But here's the twist. They still don't connect her to Katie. Not yet. Could a kid like this be in your school? Hiding? Waiting? Makes you think. Then police search her room, and what they find next. It turns their blood cold. Cops rip open Sharon's room and they find her diaries. Not some cute kid stuff. These are dark. Pages full of sketches, blood and knives everywhere. She drew Katie dying over and over. And the words, chilling. I wish I could kill her again, she writes. I enjoyed it so much. She's bragging about it, like it's a trophy. This 14-year-old girl, 12 when she killed, loves the stab, the power. She's obsessed with knives, like they're her best friends. Think about that. A kid, not even old enough to drive, planning murder like it's homework. Compare her to someone like Ted Bundy, grown up, slick, charming. Sharon, she's raw, young, no mask, just pure evil in a kid's body. What's scarier than that? Imagine finding those diaries in your house. Your sister, your kid. Gives me shivers. So, does she spill it all now, or keep her secret locked tight? Imagine this. A 12-year-old girl sits in a cell, scribbling in her diary, not about school, not about friends, but about murder. Not just any murder, her murder. In 1994, Sharon Carr finally spilled the truth. 2 years earlier, she'd stabbed 18-year-old Katie Rackliff 32 times. And you know what she said about it? It gave me a good feeling. Yeah, you heard that right. A good feeling. Welcome to the twisted world of the Devil's Daughter, where evil doesn't care how young you are. Picture the police reading those words. They're stunned. This wasn't a scared kid confessing through tears. No, Sharon was proud. She bragged about picking Katie at random, luring her into that alley and plunging the knife in over and over. No reason, no regret. Just joy. How does that even happen? How could a child, someone who should be playing games or riding bikes, turn into this? It's the kind of question that makes your stomach turn, isn't it? And here's the thing. She didn't stop talking about it. In her diary, she wrote how she wished she could kill Katie again. She loved it, relived it, laughed about it. The cops could barely believe what they were reading. A 12-year-old with a mind this dark, it's almost too much to process. You're probably wondering right now, how could anyone, let alone a kid, be this evil? But hold on, her confession was just the beginning. The trial was coming and the whole country was watching. Would justice be served for Katie, or would Sharon's twisted pride win out? A courtroom in 1997, packed and silent, until a teenage girl starts laughing. That girl, Sharon Carr, now 17, facing trial for a murder she committed at 12. She's not nervous. She's not sorry. She's giggling as they talk about how she stabbed Katie Rackliff 32 times. The judge stares in horror. The whole room freezes. How could someone so young be so cold? This wasn't just a trial. It was a nightmare that shook Britain to its core. The details come out, and they're brutal. Sharon lured Katie into that alley, attacked her without warning, and loved every second of it. The evidence is overwhelming. Her own diaries brag about the kill. The judge can barely hide his disgust. And then, the verdict. Life in prison, with at least 14 years before she can even dream of getting out. But here's the kicker. Psychologists step in with a chilling report. They call her a juvenile psychopath, a rare kind of monster, someone who doesn't feel guilt, just pleasure in pain. Does that send a shiver down your spine? It should. The nation couldn't believe it. A 12-year-old girl turned killer, now locked away. But for how long? People argued. Can someone this dangerous ever change? Should she ever walk free? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us, could you forgive her? Could anyone? But here's the thing. The story doesn't stop with the prison doors closing. What happens next is even wilder, because Sharon's tale isn't over behind bars. Lock her up and throw away the key. That's what they thought would stop Sharon Carr. But here's the terrifying truth. Even behind bars, she's dangerous. Years after her trial, locked in a prison cell, Sharon stabbed another inmate with a knife. No surprise there. She'd always loved blades. But it gets worse. She even killed a hamster, just for kicks. Now, in 2025, she's in her 40s. And guess what? She's still a threat. This isn't just a story about a killer kid anymore. It's about a woman who might be Britain's youngest serial killer in the making. Chilling, right? Think about that for a second. Most people grow out of their wild years. Not Sharon. She's still the same girl who laughed about murdering Katie Rackliff, the same one who wrote about wanting to do it again. Prison didn't fix her. It just caged her. And that's what keeps you up at night. She's still out there, locked away. But for how long? What if she gets out? Could she strike again? You can feel the fear creeping in, can't you? The guards know it. The inmates know it. Sharon's not done. Her hands might be tied, but her mind still twisted. So here's the question, hanging over us all. What made her this way? Was she born a monster, or did something turn her into one? What turns a kid into a killer? That's the question haunting Sharon Carr's story. She wasn't raised in some horror movie nightmare. No torture chambers, no monsters at home. Her life was troubled, sure, a broken family, some tough years, but nothing extreme enough to explain this. At 12, she stabbed Katie Rackliff 32 times and smiled about it. So what went wrong? Was she broken or born that way? Buckle up, because this dive into her mind is about to get unsettling. Experts have scratched their heads over Sharon for years. One psychologist might say it plain: she's a born sadist. A kid who didn't just kill, but loved it, craved it. They call it psychopathy. And in children, it's rare, scary rare. Most kids cry over a scraped knee. Sharon laughed over a corpse. That's not normal. It's a warning sign. A red flag waving in the dark. And here's the creepy part. She didn't hide it. Her diaries spilled every twisted thought, like she wanted the world to know. Psychopaths don't wear name tags. They blend in until they don't. And Sharon, she was proof of that. A walking puzzle no one solved. Her story's not just a crime, it's a mystery that sticks with you. Her legacy lingers, decades later, and so does the big question. Can someone like her ever be fixed? Or is she a shadow we'll never escape? A quiet town, shattered by a single night. That's Camberley, after Sharon Carr. June 7th, 1992, left a mark no one saw coming. An 18-year-old hairdresser, Katie Rackliff, gone, stabbed 32 times by a 12-year-old with no reason but a twisted thrill. The streets didn't feel safe anymore. Parents locked their doors tighter, watched their kids closer. Camberley's name turned dark, a place tied to a nightmare. How does a town heal from that? Let's step into the wreckage Sharon left behind. Katie's family lost everything that night, her smile, her future. The sadness still hangs heavy. But it's not just them. The whole community felt it. Fear creeping in, trust fading out. Sharon didn't just kill a person, she scarred a town. And where does she fit in history? Some call her the scariest 12-year-old ever caught. Think about Mary Bell, another young killer from decades back, or other names that chill us. But Sharon, her glee, her diaries, her cold laugh, that's a different kind of terrifying. Was she worse? You tell me. Now imagine this. What if she'd never been caught? She confessed 2 years later, almost by accident, after attacking someone else. What if those diaries stayed hidden? How many more Katies would there be? It's a question that sticks in your gut, isn't it? A shiver you can't shake. Society's still wrestling with it. How do you stop a kid like that? How do you even see her coming? Katie's gone, Camberley's changed, and Sharon's locked away, at least for now. But her shadow lingers, a reminder of what lurks out there. 12 years old, 32 stabs, 0 tears. That's Sharon Carr in 3 brutal facts. She lured Katie Rackliff to her death, laughed about it, and wrote it all down like a trophy. This isn't a movie villain, this is real. And here's the cold truth. Evil doesn't always look the part. Sharon wasn't some shadowy figure in a trench coat. She was a kid, someone you'd pass on the street and never suspect. That's what makes her story stick with you, isn't it? The monster next door. Think about this. It took 2 years to catch her, 2 years after Katie's blood stained that alley. Back then, they didn't have today's tools. What if modern tech, like DNA or cameras everywhere, had been around? Could they have nabbed her sooner? Saved more lives? It's a what if that twists your mind. But for Katie's family, there's no rewind. They're still waiting for peace, decades later, while Sharon sits in a cell. Can you imagine that kind of ache? That quiet, endless hurt? This case is more than a crime. It's a warning. Evil can hide anywhere, even in a kid's smile. So hit that like button if Sharon's story shook you. Subscribe if you want more cases that dig this deep, and let me know in the comments. What's the scariest part for you? I'm reading every word. If you're hooked like I am, hit that subscribe button. We've got a fresh case dropping every day. Can't get enough of these twisted tales? Smash that like button if you think Katie Rackliff deserves justice, even after all these years. Let's send her family some love together. Now, I want to hear from you. Who's the scariest killer you've ever heard of? Is it Sharon? Someone worse? Drop their name in the comments below. I'm reading every single one, and I'll reply to the wildest pics. Let's keep this going. Your thoughts fuel the fire. Stick around and let the eerie vibes fade you out. See you in the next one.